decorated it, but we are fighting to emerge from that ditch. We get so frustrated with ourselves. We think we don't have willpower like others. We fall off plan. We start all that negative talk. We beat ourselves up. We say, oh my gosh, I always fail. This is too hard. Why did I try this again? I'm so weak. Y'all stop. Stop the negative self-talk. Bob Hyland calls this our red light story. When we believe our red light story, we become stuck in life. The goal is to stop believing it. Your lack of results is not because you lack ability, it's because you lack belief. That can change. That's what we're going to focus on today. So, a little bit about me. My name is Donna Gula. I live in Leland, North Carolina. My coach is Brittany Bradley. Those 10 actions above were me for almost 4 decades of my life. The number on the scale increased by 10 pounds per decade. I felt frustrated, defeated. I had tried so many programs, and some of them for multiple times. And I kept failing over and over again. When I turned 60 in 2019 and went for my annual physical, I saw overweight on my patient portal and I was mortified. How could I allow myself to become overweight when my family had this history of diabetes and heart disease, dementia, and cancer? And I knew all of these were more probable if I was overweight, if I didn't eat correctly. But I found out that I just had these weight challenges and I couldn't figure out how to solve them. I was miserable. My clothes didn't fit. I had excruciating back pain. I had painful bloating, no energy at all. I felt like I was moving through jello. I was more tired each morning when I awakened than I was when I went to sleep the night before. My food choices were horrendous. I was snacking constantly and just using emotional eating to solve my problems. Then in 2020, like everyone else, I was stressed due to the pandemic. I was teaching school and had to learn how to teach virtually. So every day I consumed candy, caffeine, and alcohol to reward myself for keeping going. My husband and I started working out of our home, and together we're handling the changes that everyone else was facing, the challenges. We were just kind of dealing with the challenges and all the changes that were going on about us. On April 8th, my world stopped turning. The day started as usual with me awakening earlier, doing my schoolwork, then going on to check on my husband and, take him his coffee every morning. We chatted for a few minutes before I returned downstairs to finish my school responsibilities. About 5 minutes after we spoke, I heard a strange noise, knew something wasn't right, and raced upstairs, and my husband was unresponsive. Despite my efforts to perform CPR and the quick arrival of the rescue squad, he could not be revived. My world spiraled. I was 61. All of my dreams were shattered. Our retirement plans were not going to happen. I was not going to be that person with her husband's hand on her back walking through the streets or to a seat in the restaurant. I felt alone and was not one who enjoyed asking others for help. So I started numbing my pain with alcohol every night. This led to more depression and horrible food choices. I was existing at best. Even when surrounded by family or friends, I felt so absent. I was not present. My life was a big pity party, and it spiraled out of control every evening at 5 o'clock as I sat in the chair in my home alone, consuming large amounts of wine and alcohol. I was a train wreck and thought I was destined to that life forever. Luckily, God had another plan for me. On August 5th, while sitting in the same chair drinking a ridiculous amount of wine, having a big pity party with lots of tears, and scrolling Facebook to see what others were doing, I saw a picture of a girl from my neighborhood and I saw her smile. And I wanted that smile. I wanted to be happy. I sent her a message to ask what she was doing, and she connected me to my coach, Brittany Bradley. What a blessing. I talked to Brittany that night and enrolled in Optavia. Y'all, this program saved me. Brittany became my cheerleader. She became my life raft. She offered me hope and supported me throughout this journey. I engaged in calls and looked at all of these beautiful faces on the screen, and I loved this community. I loved the plan. I loved all of it. And so I lost 32 pounds in 3 months. I lost 8 more pounds when I started transitioning. And I was thrilled. By December of that year, I was at a dream weight and I felt in control. Did I still have sad days? Yes. Do I still have them now? Yes. I still am tempted to drive to get some conversation hearts, but now I wear them. One of my friends owns a shop and she told me, Donna, you've got to get this because she knew that I had eaten my weight in these things, these sweethearts. Um, but the prior Donna, whenever I had a rough day, would start going and getting these things and just eating them. And I mean, I kid you not, I have eaten 2 bags of these things in a day and wondered if I was going to break my teeth eating them. But I ate them anyway. But I love it's all about mindset, and I don't eat these anymore. For 4 years, I have not touched one of these things except on my to wear them. As Dr. A states in chapter 4 of the Life Book, we are striving to be the dominant force in our lives so we can respond to whatever life throws at us. And we can respond in a way that will always help us in our life building process. I love that. Life building. I thought my life was over, and this program helped me develop habits that helped me rebuild my life. By striving to be the dominant force in my life, I took back my power and responsibility. It was up to me to decide how I would respond to life's circumstances, and this changed my life. From April 8th through August 5th, life happened to me. Did drinking bring my husband back? No. Did it fill the void that was left behind? No. It numbed. It made me feel horrible each morning. It took me deeper into the trench of depression. This program helped empower me with the habits I needed to get out of that chair, out of my valley, and handle life without alcohol while staying on program. Each time I resisted the urge to fall off program, I became more empowered, and I loved that feeling. This program changed my life. It saved me. It helped me emerge from a place of no control to feeling empowered over my choices. 2 years ago, I took a chance on happiness again. I sought and found my soulmate, and we were married on May 4th of last year. Was I nervous about starting over? Was I nervous about taking a chance? Was I nervous about changes in my life? Yes. But, I was so proud of myself because I had to learn to love myself first, and then I could be loved by others. And what a gift that's been for me. Today is Valentine's Day. It is the day that we let others know how much we love them. But let's talk about self love first. One of my coaches, interestingly enough, just sent me this graphic today. And it's a quote by Mandy Hale. It says, "It's not selfish to love yourself, take care of yourself, and to make your happiness a priority. It's necessary." I'm going to say that one more time. It's not selfish to love yourself, take care of yourself, and to make your happiness a priority. It's necessary. I love that. We must love ourselves enough to go to battle for ourselves. We have one life to live. This is not a dress rehearsal. So we need to make each day count. Believing in yourself is crucial to being successful. Self efficacy, or ability to believe in yourself, can help you achieve more. We need to adapt to a growth mindset and the ability to accept and learn from mistakes. See mistakes as opportunities to grow, not obstacles. Learn from our mistakes. Get up and keep going to achieve our goals. Self love is important here. We have to love ourselves to not give up on ourselves. We've got to keep moving. I have this calendar and it's kind of got an ugly word on it, so cover your ears if you have children, but it's the bad something calendar. But it's today's quote is, "There is no worthier quest than rejoicing in the you that is you." because until we accept and love ourselves in all our magnificent blunderingness, we cannot fully accept and love others in theirs. How true is that? We've got to accept ourselves. We need to erase all of this negative self-talk. We've all had it. I told people one time, I think Optavia people are like the land of misfit toys. We've all been broken and we've all been there and ready to be put back together. And this is the program that helps put us back together. And I'm so thankful for each little stitch that's helped heal my heart. So we need to avoid negative self-talk. Number one, we need to avoid comparison. We see others thriving and we just panic. Oh my gosh, they're doing it, but I can't. We don't know their struggles. On the outside, they might look like they've got it all together. We don't know what they're dealing with inside, but we can learn, use their successes as proof that it can be done, and let that fuel our passion. Number two, stop thinking about the past. Don't let your past haunt you. I don't care if you have failed a million gazillion times. Cling to hope. Today is going to be different. Today is going to be different. Today is the day that I'm going to sail, that I'm going to soar to my goals. Forget all the past. You can't do anything about that. Focus, like the rear view mirror thing is smaller. Focus on that windshield. Okay. And then current relationships. Don't let others' lack of approval hold you back. If others say you can't do something, do it twice and take pictures. Be victorious. Don't let them make you a victim. Okay. So let's erase that self talk, that negative self talk. Focus on self belief instead. And these are some things I've been researching, and these are some things that I found that I think might help all of us. To focus on self belief, number one, we need to create healthy routines. And aren't we fortunate that we have a program that is so well laid out for us? We know exactly how many carbs, how many calories, how many everything to help us get to our goals. We know we need to have so much water and that we need to eat healthy foods and drink healthy water and things that are allowed on this program. We know we need sleep 6 to 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours really is better than 6 to 8. And we need to exercise. If we do these things, it's going to decrease your anxiety and so that we can tackle your day with more strength, more self-love, and then we're also setting ourselves up for success. We've got this. Let's follow the program. Number two, surround yourself with good people. Look up the screen. Just look at this. If you need to, go to gallery mode on your phone, on your computer, and look at all of these beautiful faces. We are surrounding ourselves with good people. Tony Robbins calls this proximity is power, meaning if we stay close to people are who are wonderful, we are going to be wonderful. Look at this screen. Join these client support calls. Be here, show up. Seek people who inspire you to be your best self and ones who will help you get there. Beware of those who drain you and fill you with self-doubt. These are our people. So show up. Number three, feed your mind with inspiring books, media, podcasts, whatever. Y'all, some people say all the time, social media is so negative. I snooze those people. You have the power to snooze anybody who's negative. You can snooze them for 30 days, or you can just block them or whatever. So snooze those people. You don't need that negative energy in your life. You may think, I have such a depressing life. I get it. I was in a ditch too, but I chose not to decorate it. I did for a while, but then I chose to stop decorating it. And I allowed Optavia to be the ladder that was put down to me. I had to do the work, but I allowed this community and my coach to hold that ladder while I climbed out. Exposing yourself to uplifting and supportive people, material, podcast, words that will condition your brain to think differently so you can become more positive. So many success stories are with these people here on the screen. So let's just join this community and let's think about these wonderful success stories. Number 4, don't let fear stop you. Fear is an emotion. Allow it to encourage you to take action, not hold you back. Each time you notice that you've made it through a hurdle, your brain releases dopamine and you feel better. It's kind of like a hope rush. How positive is that? What a sense of accomplishment. So just feel empowered. Make it through that fear. I know Mel Robbins says use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing. So if you're afraid of something, just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. Don't worry about it. Number 5, draw from your inner strength. Just because you fail at a task, making it through a day or like a circumstance, if you fail and you slip and have a peanut butter cracker or something, if you slip and have that Hershey kiss, don't beat yourself up. Just because you failed that one time, you're not a failure. Just dig deeper and exercise your grit. We all have it. Keep moving. Remember times when you faced hard times and you overcame them with grace and courage. You can do that again. You can do hard things. And then 6, celebrate your wins. A win is whatever you say it is. Allow your coach to celebrate you. I'll tell you, I challenge each of you on the screen. If your coach says, may I celebrate you on social media? Y'all, we all love to be celebrated. Let them say, Sally Smith, has lost 14 pounds in, for her first month on program. She's contending for her health. Let people celebrate you. That's, a wonderful thing. And then number 7, work on your strengths. We all want to talk about our weaknesses and focus, I can't do, can't do, can't do. Focus on your strengths instead. And then your weaknesses, you can work on those too, but just focus on your strengths, because if you worry about those weaknesses, you're going to be depressed and you're going to get that self-talk going. So what I'd like to do is at this time, we are going to, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this book that I'm reading, and I'm going to finish with that, and then we'll have time for questions. It's called The Let Them Theory. It's one of the best books I've read in a long time. If you have not read it, I would definitely recommend that you read it, but I'm going to read just a couple of the things from the back. Mel Robbins says, stop wasting your brain space on the million tiny things that don't matter. It's time you use every second of your day for all the amazing things you know you're capable of. Stop letting the fear of what people might think paralyze you. It's time to go after your dreams boldly, relentlessly, and unapologetically. Stop letting other people's success devastate you. It's time to get to work. You can have the life you've always wanted. You can have the beautiful love story you've always dreamed of. You can build a career that challenges and fulfills you. The question is, will you let yourself do it? Because no one else can stop you. It's all on you. You are responsible for your own happiness. You are responsible for waking up every day and doing the work to make progress on you happen. To work and doing the work to make progress on what matters. You are responsible for defining what matters to you. Nobody owes you anything, but you owe yourself everything. So this is the book, the Mel Robbins, The Let Them Theory. If you do not have this, I would order it today. It's wonderful. So at this time, we're going to stop recording, and Starlet's going to make that happen. And we are going to, and I'm going to